heavyweights, the tail of the tape. Ajagba's 25 years old, Kaladze 33. Again, Ajagba, that's how you draw it up. 6'6", 237 plus. Kaladze at 230 plus pounds. Significant reach advantage for Ajagba. Ajagba, former soccer player, started boxing at the age of 17, but he has made great progress as a professional. Comes in 11-0, 9 of his wins by knockout. Let's go to the ring, the semifinal.
大家好，老师从业中医男科30余年，帮助了数千名海内外华人朋友通过中药调理重回男性雄风。如果你也存在房事时间短、勃起无力、硬度差、中途疲软、肾虚、前列腺炎等问题，现在就加中医老师微信574-993-200，纯中药，一人一方，治根治本，帮助你持续坚挺20至40分钟，补肾壮阳，延时助勃，彻底告别快男软男。记住微信574-993-200。
Fighting out of Los Angeles by way of Sachete, Georgia. He weighed in at 230 and 1/2 pounds. His record stands at 26 wins, 4 losses and 1 draw, with 18 of his wins coming by way of knockout. Please welcome the battle-ready, battle-tested heavyweight, introducing Iago Kaladze. And his opponent across the ring on my right, fighting out of the blue corner in this 10-round co-main event, wearing black trunks with red trim, fighting out of Stafford, Texas by way of Ughelli, Nigeria. He weighed in at 237 3/4 pounds. He is undefeated in his campaign in the ring with a record of 11 wins, no losses, 9 of his wins coming by way of knockout. Please welcome the 2016 Olympian, hard-hitting and undefeated pro known as the one and only, introducing Efe Ajagba. And introducing our third man to the ring, the referee in charge of the action, Thomas Taylor.
Okay, belt line is good here, belt line is good here. Gentlemen, I'm giving you instructions in the back. Protect yourselves at all times, listen to my commands. Touch them up, back to your corner, gentlemen.
Heavyweights ready to go.
Attack.
Time for a little Fox bet action. Ajagba is a heavy favorite. You have to bet $5,000 on Ajagba to win 100. If you bet $100 on Kaladze, it would get you $1,400. Again, the odds provided by Fox Bet. Efe Ajagba, Iago Kaladze. Kaladze, again, 33 years old. And Ajagba, Lennox Lewis is here, former heavyweight champion of the world. We're especially interested in what you think of Ajagba. Again, a late start, but obviously he is your size, the physique, the total package, seemingly. So give us your quick scouting report on what you've seen.
Oh, I've watched him over the last 11 fights, and the improvement that he's made over the last 11 fights is incredible. And you know, he's coming along well. He throws a great jab, and you know, he's got good defense, and you know, he's definitely a heavyweight for the future. He's going to be something special.
Smooth jab there to the body by Ajagba. He's had a few months off, had an October fight postponed because of a back injury, so that's the longest layoff of his career. It is his 4th fight of 2019, so he has been active. Joe, they try to keep him in the ring and get him the experience he needs.
Yeah, and Ronnie Shields, you know, the last fight we announced of Ajagba, he had a pretty rough fight. He went the distance with Benarizan, who's a former Olympian as well. Ooh, good right hand.
Right hand.
That hurt him.
Yep, Kaladze is hurt already, wobbled, trying to right the ship and fire back. Joe, let me just interrupt you. You've had Kaladze before. You've trained him before, years back. What type of shot do you give him here?
A couple of years ago. Well, you know, he's been stopped quite a few times. And, you know, he's in there with a guy who's probably the biggest puncher he's ever fought. You know, he's been stopped by Kovnatsky and a few other people. But, you know, this is the biggest puncher he's ever been with. But in all fairness, Iago Kaladze right now is probably the heaviest he's ever been, too. So he may be able to absorb it a little bit better. But, man, Ajagba can really crack.
And with every right hand, you wonder if it's good night. Yeah. By the way, you mentioned Michael Hunter was a guy he lost to, and Joe Joyce. So some of the top young heavyweights on the way up.
And Kaladze, you know, the way how he's keeping his left hand, that's just open. He's inviting a right hand by Ajagba to get through. And, you know, he's only thrown about 4 right hands this round, but you know, he's warming up the right hand, you could say.
I'll tell you, Lennox too, it is, I mean, he's got a nice long jab, but that right hand is tight, isn't it? It's a nice tight right hand.
Yeah, he's got a great trainer in Ronnie Shields, and Ronnie, you know, was a world contender himself, and really a good fighter and a great trainer. And you know, look, it's a work in progress with Ajagba. You know, he's given him a little bit more fluidity to his style. He wants a little bit more upper body movement so he can slip punches and use left uppercuts or hooks in the body. You know, so it's a work in progress. But boy, I see nothing but great things for the future for Ajagba.
And you know, his opponents have been, you know, quite different in appearance and stature, and he's adapted well to the styles that were put in front of him, and disposed of a lot of them.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, like Amir Mansour, who was a tough guy, but in his 40s at the time he fought Ajagba, but Ajagba took care of business. There's a nice right hand from Palazzo. So he's able to weather the storm here a little bit. Looked like he could get stopped. But he bounces back and able to make a decent account of himself here in round number 1 against the 11-0 Efe Ajagba. We mentioned some of the tough competition Kaladze has faced. Michael Hunter, Adam Kovnatsky, and Joe Joyce, and Roberto Alfonso as well. Cuban Olympia, where he got a draw, and he fought quite well in that fight. Hunter comes off a draw against Alexander Povetkin in Saudi Arabia. I called that fight as well. That was a tough fight. Kovnatsky is now seen as a prime contender for one of these belts right now. A little bit below the championship caliber, but a guy on the way up coming out of Brooklyn.
Now, I know what Ronnie Shields is saying right in the corner. He's telling Ajagba to come in with the double jab, because if he doubles the jab, then the right hand will get there a little closer. Oh, yeah, there he is, telling him to double jab.
Literally, with the 2 fingers as well.
He must be reading my mind. See, he threw 1 jab there. This is the right hand. If he threw 2, he'll get better glory out of that right hand and that punch.
And when Lennox Lewis was the heavyweight champion, you were, again, ushering in the new era of, as I mentioned, dreadnoughts, you know, the large super heavyweights. But now Ajagba at 6'6", that's the size of the champs. Not even Tyson Fury would have a size advantage on him. Anthony Joshua is also 6'6", almost 6'7". And obviously Deontay Wilder, a full 6'7" with a long reach. So this is what heavyweight looks like, Lennox.
Yes, the future of heavyweights. The next era, will they be bigger?
You get big?
Well, every era so far, you know, heavyweights have they're getting bigger.
True. Floyd Patterson walking around 182, heavyweight champ. Joe Louis, 200 pounds.
Well, give Kaladze a little credit here. He's landed a couple little shots. You know, he landed that counter shot in the first round. He landed a nice little short shot here in the second round. He's not having a lot of effect against Ajagba. Ajagba is just biding his time. But look, that was a nice left hook right hand.
Showing some professional toughness, and he whacked him with that right hand. That caught Ajagba right on the left cheek.
See, I like the fact that Ajagba stays controlled and stays disciplined.
Yes. Looking at trade right now. Ajagba staying in the pocket. Good point, Lennox, as he stays in, looking to land a shot of his own. He's had to weather a few punches from Kaladze, the veteran. Ronnie Shields yelling hands up. You can hear that in the corner. Again, this is a guy who started boxing at the age of 17. That right hand landed.
And good left hand before that.
Well, right now the hands up we're hearing is coming from Kaladze's corner from Shamit.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Another right hand lands. Well, guess what? His hands are not up.
Right. He's not listening, but because his trainer could see that, you know, it's just seconds away from a knockout if he doesn't keep his hands up.
Yeah, and Kaladze looks a little winded, and he's showing it. You know, that always earns on your opponent. Like, if I seen a man tired in front of me, I'll be throwing a lot more punches and coming at you.
And I mentioned that Ajagba was a soccer player. I mean, playing on competitive clubs as a teenager. Showed a natural aptitude, and there it is.
There's the right hand. I mean,
4,
you could see it all night that
5,
this right hand was going to get
6,
through. It's just a matter of
7, 8. Come here. Come here. You okay? You want to go?
Yeah, Kaladze had a good half of a round. and you know, he kind of put his hands. Like I said, he was a little wounded, and he kept his hands down, which it shouldn't be.
And Kaladze finished the show. Ajagba moving in. Kaladze on shaky legs. You get the feeling it would only take one more shot. Measuring him for a right hand. Final seconds, though, of round 2. Another right hand lands. Kaladze in bad shape, but he makes it to the end of the round.
Kaladze, he is walking on rubber legs right now, and his equilibrium is kind of messed up.
Watch me. Guys, I got to see him. I want you guys to see him. Hey, time. Guys, stop talking right now. Stop talking. You got time. You got time. You're all right. You're all right. You're all right.
Hey, time.
Hey,
Hold on. Time.
I want the doctor just to talk to him.
We're good, coach.
Stop right here.
He's good. Doctor's going to talk to him. Get your time back. Get your time back.
How are you? You okay? Where are you from?
He's good.
Yeah. All right, we're good.
He's good. He's good. He's good. Hey, grab him and hold him. Grab him and hold him. Okay? Don't sit back. When he get close, grab him and hold him.
You see, Iago throwing a good job connecting with an overhand right. But then everything changes. Boom, and it can all change with one punch. Everybody was looking for this right hand by Ajagba, and there it is. It just took him one round to get warmed up for it.
And it was in between the guard, too.
And then you see Ajagba sensing that Iago is hurt, trying to finish him, throwing some good uppercuts. This is what you're supposed to do, not throw just left rights, just, you know, uppercuts and left hooks as well.
And there was drama there in the corner. The California Commission trying to follow the proper protocol. They wanted to get the physician in there to do some sort of concussion protocol to at least ask Kaladze, where are you from? How are you doing? They wanted to interrupt that because, as you guys mentioned, as he walked toward his corner and sat down, his corner wants to gain him some extra seconds and get his head clear, but he did not look good. So it looked like it could be stopped. Referee Thomas Taylor, I believe, handled that correctly. Said, do you want to go? And we got the right answer. He said, you're ready to go. And now Kaladze looks a little better here, but he could be just inches away. Another right hand lands from Ajagba.
Stop, no punch.
Ajagba looking to end this with one shot. Lennox, should he be doing that, or should he be trying to vary the attack?
Well, you know, now the fact that he knows he can hurt him, I think he's just going after him and trying to take him out. But what he should be doing is really just setting him up, throwing some jabs, you know, throwing some jabs to the belly, mixing his punches up a bit before he throws that right hand.
Kaladze in survival mode fires back a right hand to the body and a right hand to the head, making a stand.
See, for Ajagba, this is the time to work on different combinations that he's been practicing in the gym.
Jab by Ajagba at length. Again, looking for his 10th professional win. He's an unbeaten prospect on the way up. Main event still to come. Tony Harrison, Jamel Charlo, 154-pound title here in Ontario, California. This is heavyweight Efe Ajagba from Nigeria. Again, already has one knockdown in this fight.
Well, you got to give Kaladze credit for number one taking that right hand, fighting back like he is, like he gets down and hurt that. So, you know, I got to give the guy credit. He's trying and he's not giving up.
Yeah, that right hand wobbled him too, Joe. Managed to stay tough and stay on his feet. I mean, and it seems Ajagba, anytime he touches you from a distance, he hurts you, and he's wobbled badly, and he's in bad shape. And now Ajagba moved back, but Thomas did not stop. I thought Thomas was going to stop that.
Yeah,
he's in bad shape. He's wobbling.
He's got no legs under him, but he's, you know, the strength of his condition is keeping him.
Oh, he knocks down Ajagba out of nowhere. How about that?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You right? Let's go.
A crazy turn of events. Thomas Taylor opted to let Kaladze fight. We thought it should stop, and at that moment, Kaladze drops Ajagba.
This is what you have to be concerned about. When you're coming in there looking for one shot, you got to worry about the other guy as well. Keep your defense always intact.
Joe, should that fight have been stopped?
Well, obviously.
Well, obviously we know now, but at the time, did you think it should be? We know now.
I would have said it should have been stopped.
I would have said that too.
Well, I would have to agree with you on that one, but yeah.
Oh. I mean, I was wondering, where's Thomas Taylor? Stop that fight.
I've been in too many fights to know that, you know, sometimes and a lot of times you can get knocked down, you can look hurt, you can look bad. If you're in great shape,
he's staggering, Joe. He's staggering around the ring.
But that'll last that's a momentary thing. You can snap out of it. If you're in great condition, you can snap out of it quick and get a good counter back in like you did.
Well, to your point, too, Ajagba also, when he had him wobbled, stepped away. He was waiting for the stoppage, and there was no stoppage. So I guess that's on him.
Yeah, if you look at his legs right now, his equilibrium is kind of messed up right now, and it looks like he's hurt. But he was able to. Yeah, he's still in trouble here.
He's gonna. This is where he gets hurt. This is where the leg goes.
And Ajagba lets him off the hook. He thought he was going down. He walks away.
He was fighting going down, and he did a good job.
No standing 8 count.
He even said, "Come on." Did you see that?
Here he goes.
Him in. Now here it is. Boom.
Wow.
That was just a quick counter off Ajagba's right hand.
Well, a fascinating round in what looked like a heavyweight round of the year. And to Thomas Taylor's credit, he stood back, right? No standing 8, and said, hey, fight's still on. Kaladze said, hey, come here, fight's still on. And then he drops the prospect.
This is why I talked to some of the referees earlier tonight. I told them they're the best group in town right now. They're the California Commission referees.
So a wild round 3. A wobbled Kaladze. Heidi Andros with Ronnie Shields. Heidi?
Thank you very much, Brian. Ronnie, what did you say to Efe coming into this round, considering what happened in the last?
I told him to keep his hands up. I want him to when he throw the right hand, he got to bring it back to left hook. The guy's hurt. This guy's hurt real bad, but he can't be lax in what he's doing. He got to keep his hands up.
You also told him head movement.
Head movement, a lot of head movement.
Thanks so much, Brian. Back to you.
Heidi, thank you. And Ajagba, again, there's a lot to process and digest here. Ajagba had Kaladze so hurt, Lennox, that he walked away to his corner to say, all right, let me let this guy fall. He could have stayed on him and pounded him.
He should have stayed on him and pounded him, and the fight would have been over.
Let's go to Marcos Villegas. Marcus, what do we think of all that?
Ooh, you never know what's going to happen with these heavyweights. One punch can put the other guy down, even though the other guy seems to be in control. I had Ajagba winning all these rounds up until the knockdown that happened in the last round. It gave life to Kaladze, who's, could be getting momentum again, like his spirit is invigorated, so we'll see what happens here.
Yeah, at any given moment, Marcos, thank you very much. It's a hard body shot by Kaladze, but at any moment, every time he gets touched, it looks like he's about to go down. Ajagba has such power in both hands.
See, that's why the reason that I gave before, you got a guy hurt, you got to mix up the punches. You can't come back with the same 2-1-2, 1-2, because the guy will know that.
Well, that's what you do. Vary the attack, or you go for the power shot, and that right hand certainly is his money shot, but then he got caught with a counter.
Yeah, the worst mistake that Ajagba made was to walk away from a guy that was still on his feet.
Yep.
Well, that's inexperience for you, and now that will never happen to him again.
Look at, he has 9 of his 11 wins are by knockout, and he's used to touching a guy. He goes down, fights over, everything's good. But now he faces a guy who's just a little bit tougher, a little bit more motivated. Kaladze said, go ahead, man, I'm standing here, bring it. And here we are, we're in the 4th round. Good jab there by Ajagba. Just misses with the right hand.
We're in the 4th round. This is a 10-round fight. I mean, do you foresee this thing going?
I don't think the judges will get involved.
No.
Only Marcos.
The judges will not get involved.
Marcos is the only guy who will hear from the scorecards. Another hard right hand by Ajagba, but Kaladze able to eat it.
Yeah, that's happening quite often. Kaladze's definitely getting in touch with that right hand.
Stop at the bell, gentlemen. Stop at that bell.
Right on the button if he doesn't watch it.
I still have the image of Thomas Taylor standing there saying, I'm sorry, I don't need to get involved. Vintage heavyweight action here tonight on Fox. That's Efe Ajagba with the knockdown. Iago Kaladze done for the night, right? Wait a second, counter right hand. He drops the 11-0 Nigerian. And here we go, the fight continues. Scheduled for 10 here in Ontario, California. And we are underway in the 5th round. Brian Kenny with Lennox Lewis, Joe Goosen, Heidi Androl, Marcos Villegas, all leading up to Tony Harrison and Jermell Charlo for the 154-pound title. Let's go back to Heidi Androl. Heidi?
Thank you very much. Shadid, what adjustments did you want Kaladze to make coming into this
started coming back. He's doing good. You see he hurt the boy. Throw it right in, left hook. Do it again. That's it. Right hand, left hook.
Oh, good uppercut.
Kalodze looks wobbled.
He's not the monster that they're portraying. He's good, but he's not the monster. Y'all been putting him on his ass. You know, so I want 3 punches, and he did it.
Thanks so much, Steve. Brian, back to you.
Heidi, thank you. It's an interesting perspective. Of course, every time you go to the corner, you think this fight's about to end. And maybe it is. Ajagba still able to touch Kalodze. Kalodze fires a right hand back. A lot of fight in this guy, Joe. You've had him before. A lot of fight in this man.
I trained the auto for
that's a beautiful right hand by Ajagba.
3.
Tom Taylor's giving him a chance.
5.
There's no way he
6,
can get back up. He's
7,
equilibrium
He's already on 7.
8.
Yeah.
You okay? Come here. Protect yourself.
Thomas Taylor asked him to step forward. He did just enough, and the fight continues.
No, this is...
Oh, Kalodze with a right hand. His last gasp. He's in bad shape, though. Taylor would have been well within his rights to end this fight.
Give me a plus. Go.
But we've said that before. Ajagba moves in. Every shot looks damaging.
Well, Ajagba should give himself some room. Not allow Igazo to catch him.
Kalodze on shaky legs.
Very shaky legs.
But he is telling Kalodze, you're going to have to put me out, clearly, unless Taylor ends it, and then he does. Yeah, that was actually from the corner, Kalodze's corner, and that's a good choice by them. It's time to stop the fight for that guy.
Sit. Corner stop it.
I mean, he's wobbled, he's hurt.
Stay right here. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down, Nago. I'm fair.
We're trying to listen in on the corner. You see Ajagba right there, but Kalodze was on such shaky legs. I would actually take issue with Thomas Taylor, letting that fight go. Someone ran across the ring apron right in front of us to stop it. I thought it was Kalodze's corner. All right, it was the corner from Kalodze. So it was Shaheen Saluki who stopped it. I was wondering if it was a physician, but a physician could just step in and stop it.
What happened was he wanted to stop the fight. You have to tell the commissioner, the inspectors in the corner, you want to stop the fight. They bring in the towel, wave the towel, and that's how it goes.
Now, should Thomas Taylor have stopped that fight with him on with Kalodze on shaky legs?
I would say if he wasn't fighting back, that would have been a different story. But Iago kept fighting back.
You know, at that point, he's walking around on shaky legs. He can barely stand.
Yeah,
Joe.
but still dangerous. Still dangerous.
True.
Still dangerous because what happens in a situation like that, you know, it's like putting the cat in the corner, you know, and he's hurt.
I love that Joe lives by 1955 rules. Slug it out, boys. There's something to be said for that.
All right, here we go.
This is the end of the fight, and there's the towel being waved in. And you're right, Joe. They go to the commission. Commission comes over and stops it. The first line of defense. We've been saying this now, especially in the last few weeks. It's been dangerous fights. First line of defense is the old man's corner.
Yeah.
If you think your guy is hurt, get him out of there.
And that's what he did. You know, because let's face it, he couldn't get out of the way of a right hand, and then Ajagba started throwing the left uppercuts, left hooks, and he started landing it. He was on shaky legs. I think he gave it his best shot. His corner knew that, and it wasn't going to get any better because we were only in, the 5th round there?
And you don't want to give Ajagba an open right hand like that to a guy that's, you know, wobbly on his legs, else he's going to get hurt even more.
Yep. I mean, I thought Thomas Taylor could have stepped in before. We're applauding him for his earlier action when Kalodze was seemingly out on his feet, but he let that fight continue, and Kalodze had a knockdown of his own. So just a fascinating fight. Well, it's been fascinating all night.
I mean, I tell you what.
We have a lot of ethical dilemmas here.
And a lot of knockouts. And a lot of knockouts tonight.
You know, the thing is, never underestimate the determination of a man. Okay, a man in great shape and a man who likes to fight.
That's true.
Learning experience from Ajagba. Lennox, give us your thoughts on Ajagba, what you saw quickly.
Well, you know, every fight you can't be perfect, but, you know, this fight, you know, he got the job done. He learned a lot of different things, such as once you got a man hurt, take him out.
The main event still to come. We watch the final seconds here. Efe Ajagba moves to 12-0. Exciting heavyweight action. 3 knockdowns, multiple wobbles. That should now be an official category. Crazy stuff. But Efe Ajagba of Nigeria moves to 12-0. 10 of his 12 wins by knockout. A very game effort by Iago Kaladze out of Georgia, who now moves to 26-5-1. He got rocked, he got wobbled. Back with Lennox Lewis and Joe Goosen. Brian Kenny here ringside, fellas. Let's take a look at this. Lennox, there's so much to digest. You go ahead and take it.
Well, you know, this is a situation where you got a man hurt and you're going after him to take him out, but you got to watch out because that guy's still, when he's hurt, he's still dangerous. And, you know, sometimes a guy can get a good shot just by throwing a wild shot, and your head can be there. I think that part of the problem was the Jagba wasn't moving his head from side to side like he should have been. I know they've been practicing that in the gym and with his trainer, but he wasn't doing that tonight.
No.
But
there's the wobble.
Yeah, there's that right hand that, you know, wobbles people. The wobbler, I call that right hand now.
But then the counter, and Ajagba goes down in the third round.
Oh, yeah. So, you know, anytime you throw punches, you got to keep your defense intact, else these things will happen.
And then even in the fifth round, Ajagba would put Kaladze down again. And still, after this knockdown, Thomas Taylor elected to go forward. Again, doing the count with Joe Goosen, I agree. You can always count and then make a decision.
That's right. And look, I think Taylor did the right thing. Because it became competitive, just like there. You saw Kaladze just throw a right hand, and then the corner thought better of it at the end. But I think Taylor did a great job, to tell you the truth. It was an exciting fight. We wouldn't have had that great exciting fight had he not let the other man do his job that he trained so hard for.
I hear you.
Yeah.
I vehemently disagree. And yet I hear you. Punches landed. F.A. Ajagba, Iago Kaladze, power shots. Look, it was all Ajagba, except Kaladze was tough and was able to answer back and did, to your point, was able to drop his man. Fascinating fight. It's a knockout either way. Let's go to Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time of 2 minutes, 9 seconds in round number 5. Our referee in charge, Thomas Taylor, stops the contest. He is the winner by way of knockout and still undefeated, the one and only F.A. Ajagba.
F.A. Ajagba to 12-0. Lennox, he had to overcome adversity in this fight as well, climbing off the deck.
Oh yeah, it's a learning experience, and you know he's been putting. I love the way he's being brought along. He's been brought along the right way. Like I said, different opponents, giving him different looks, different things to focus on.